Well, also, you were riding motorbikes.
Which, yes, I used to ride.
And one day, I get a call.
Yes.
They said, Rexford is in an accident and is in the hospital. Was it Akuse?
Yes, I have Akuse Hospital.
So I had to drive all the way there. My entire database
is in one person's hands.
You're like, goodness, like, I'm trying to figure out. So, why are you so crazy?
I think a switch flipped in me when I went to South Africa.
Okay.
I went to Table Mountain, and I went to stand at the edge of the mountain, looking down 3,000 feet into the ocean. At that moment, I felt like about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I didn't know my left and right. But fast forward, look at where I'm standing. Like, it was, I didn't even understand. Everything I was doing at that point in time was first time.
Yeah.
Going to South Africa was first time everything. That was my first time even getting close to a plane, going to the airport. What is even checking in a bag? Sitting on a plane, window seat, being in the sky. I go to a country, I don't know anyone. I only know 2 people virtually. Like, if I went, they bag me up and I vanish, that would be it. Like, there was literally, they give me a place to stay. I live in a community where 100% white people, like, pretty much. I am working in this environment with high rises. Like, when you look at Cape Town, St. George's Mall, the buildings. And this was me just a few moments ago. Like, even the fact that I moved like 9,000 kilometers within a few hours. These were all experiences. I was like, there is more to life, basically. For me, within that short period, I spent my entire time traveling in South Africa, going to museums, looking at artworks, experiencing food, culture, language, entering a submarine. Like, these are things, it got me realizing there is more to life than just, the whole automatic way of living. And that kind of triggered in me the whole idea of, let's make money, but then let's also live life, because, come on, anything can happen anytime. And so, for me, anytime I sat on the motorbike, it was like, I wasn't worried if that was my last. So at the back of my head, I am just experiencing the moment. And at a point in time, I could do that because nobody depends on me. Okay. It's like I'm not married or I don't have kids. When you have a wife, when you have kids, it's a different thought process. But if you are alone, like,
so why did you stop? Because I remember you had 2 accidents, at least that I know of.
Yes. So the second accident, that was the moment I was like, I saw the bike even before I recovered. I was like, I'm done. Okay. And I've not touched the motorbike since. I don't plan to. Like,
do you remember? Why, you have a girl now? Almost. Almost. You have something to live for.
And even at the time when I stopped, it wasn't because of it was just like, I feel like, they say cats have 9 lives.
Yes.
I had exhausted 2 of mine. So
just calm down.
The third one.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember the incident where University of Ghana police station?
You came to bail me out, and that was an interesting one. Was it 300 cedis you had to pay that day?
It was like 300 or 400. Yes. Yeah.
And that was bloody expensive. See, I didn't even know I had. We've done things.
True.
he had to come and bail me from Legon police
I
station.
get a call, Rexford. I get a call from Rexford. Immediately, I'm panicking because I'm thinking, was there another accident? Like, no, it's been arrested. The police wanted to pay, but he doesn't understand why. I said, this guy is stubborn. Hold on, I'm coming there. He was trying to tell us, like, oh no, he's my brother. This is how he is. I had to basically beg them to understand because you didn't understand why they wanted to take the money. But you knew you had, what was it? You didn't have your something wasn't like.
No, they caught me because I ran a red light. But here's the thing.
You see, you ran a red light. It should end there. What is this? Here's the thing. What do you
mean I ran a red light? So if you are moving in the middle of the intersection and the light turns red, have you run a red light?
It depends on
technically I've not.
So this is the argument he was trying to have there with the
and they wanted money.
Yes, and I remember you also didn't have money.
That was the thing.
That was the problem.
I don't have money.
And I was like, okay, let's go there. And then we resolved it.
I didn't have money.
And I think those guys even...
I
got their numbers, but I haven't called them. I always... See, every time there's an incident, I always get their numbers thinking
like to make good of such opportunities.
Yeah.
So,